Alright, so let's get started. So first we have wispy winter winds. Okay, let's say that 3 times fast. Wispy winter winds, wispy winter winds, wispy winter winds. Okay, Garrus, would you like to try?
Wispy winter winds.
Very good. And try to say it a little quicker.
Wispy winter winds.
Yeah, very good. Nancy, go ahead and try this.
Wispy winter winds, wispy winter winds, wispy winter winds.
Very good, thank you. Okay, next one. Santa secretly sips sugary syrup. Santa secretly sips sugary syrup. Okay. Garrus, would you like to try this?
Alright. Santa secretly sips sugary syrup.
Very good.
Santa secretly sips sugary syrup.
Santa secretly sips sugary syrup. Very good. Okay, Nancy, go ahead.
Santa secretly sips sugary syrup. Santa secretly sips sugary syrup.
Very nice. Okay, moving on. Frozen flakes froze my face. Frozen flakes froze my face. Frozen flakes froze my face. Okay, one more time. Frozen flakes froze my face. Okay, Garrus, go ahead and try this.
Frozen flakes froze my face. Frozen flakes froze my face.
A little tip here, try not to say it too loud, just try to say it a little quicker. Okay, frozen flakes froze my face. Okay. Nancy, go ahead and try this.
Frozen flakes froze my face. Frozen flakes froze my face. Frozen flakes froze my face.
Very good. Okay, next one. I think this one's a little easier. Santa's sleigh slides on slick snow. Santa's sleigh slides on slick snow. Okay. Garrus, try this.
Santa's sleigh slides on slick snow.
Okay, thank you, Garrus. Nancy, go ahead and try this.
Santa's sleigh slides on slick snow. Santa's sleigh slides on slick snow.
Very good. Kyrian, I see you just came in. Would you like to try this or any of these tongue twisters? Okay, I see she is connecting audio. Jagger, would you like to try any of these tongue twisters? Santa
slides on slick snow.
And a little quicker now. Santa's sleigh slides on slick snow. So a little quicker. Try to say it faster.
Santa slides on slick snow.
Thank you, Jagger. Okay, next one. Pretty presents perfectly packed in paper. Pretty presents perfectly packed in paper. Pretty presents perfectly packed in paper. Okay. Garrus, can you try this one, please?
Pretty presents perfectly packed in paper.
Very good. Thank you, Garrus. Go ahead, Nancy.
Pretty present perfectly packed in paper. Pretty present perfectly packed in paper.
Wonderful. And Jagger, go ahead.
Pretty parents perfectly packed in paper.
Pretty presents perfectly packed in paper. Alright, and last one. This one's the longest one. So, I'm gonna say it a little slow the first time. Betty bought some butter, but she said the butter is bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my batter better. So it was better, Betty bought her, but a bit of better butter. Okay, there we go. A little long. Jagger, you can try it. Try this.
Betty bought some butter, but she said the butter's better. If I put it in my butter, it will make my batter better. But a bite of better butter will make my batter better. Was better. Betty bought a bite of better butter.
Very good, Jagger. Thank you for trying. Garrus, would you like to try this? Don't worry if you make any mistakes. It's supposed to be hard.
Bitty butter, buy some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter would make my batter bitter. Bitter,
Better.
so it's Betty butter, bought a bit of better butter.
Yeah, that does sound a little funny. Thank you, Garrus. Kaibian, would you like to try this last one? Seems like no. Okay, Nancy, can you try this? Yeah, go ahead.
Biddy bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter will make my batter better. So it was better. Betty butter bought a bit of better butter.
Okay, thank you, Nancy. Very good pronunciation. Alrighty, so it looks like we've got those tongue twisters done. Let's move on to some digraph sounds. So last week we talked about digraph sounds, and for those of you who wasn't here yet last week, digraph is a single sound made with two letters, right? So di means two, okay, and graph means writing. So like you're writing two letters, but they make a single sound. So last week we looked at the digraph E and A, right? And if you remember, it makes three sounds. One of them is a short E sound, so it's eh, like head, okay? Or it could be a long E sound, like E, like bead or dream, okay? So this is the most common, but the least common is a long A sound. It can be like steak, grate, or break, like break a leg, okay? And you can remember these three sounds with the sentence. Remember, it was, let's eat steak and bread. Okay, it has those three different sounds. Let's eat steak and bread. Okay, so let's do a little review of these three sounds. So for this activity, I'm gonna give you a few different words, and instead of just raising your hand, I'd like you to, if you know how to pronounce it, I'd like you just to unmute yourself and say it out loud, okay? So let's start with this first word. How do you pronounce this one?
See.
Good job, Nancy. It is pronounced C. Okay, what about this next one?
Seal.
Seal. Jagger, how would you pronounce this word?
Deal.
Deal. Great job. Next one. Garrus, how would you pronounce this one?
Read.
And there's another one, actually. This can be read. Okay, I just gave it away. It can actually be pronounced read, or it can be pronounced read. Like, I read a book yesterday in the past, or I will read a book today. Okay, the present. Okay, next word. Henry, can you tell me how to pronounce this word? No?
Bread?
Bread, very good. It's a short E sound. How about this one, Henry?
Dread?
Very good. Kaibian, how would you pronounce this next word? I think I think I'm having trouble hearing you, Kaibian. Maybe check your device settings. Okay, Jagger, go ahead and try this.
Spread.
Spread, very good. And how about this one, Nancy?
Speak.
Speak, very good. And Jagger, you can do this last one.
Stick.
Okay, this is a trick word. This is actually a long A sound, so you can think of it as there's no E here, or you can move it to the end, so it's actually steak. Okay.
Stick.
Steak, yes, much better. Okay, looks like you all have this very well. So, moving on, today we are talking about a very interesting topic, I think. So it's called the Hubble Telescope, Photographing Worlds Beyond. So has anyone heard of a telescope outside of, has anyone heard of a telescope out in space before? Raise your hand if you have. I actually never heard of a telescope in space until I found this article. But if not, I guess we could go into the article and learn some more information on this. So this article was published in 2022 by Mary Drewell. Okay, would anyone like to start reading? Okay, Nancy, go ahead.
Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what else could be out there? It seems dark, cold, and vast, full of potential. If you have, you're not alone. For centuries, scientists have gazed upwards and wondered too.
Thank you, Nancy. So this is an introductory paragraph. It's like getting the reader's attention, right? So it's asking the reader if, have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what else could be out there? It seems very dark, cold, and vast, and full of potential. And this word means possibility. Okay, so if you have, you're not alone. For centuries, students have gazed upwards and wondered too. So this means that lots of people have wondered about space. Okay. All right. Garrus, can you read the next paragraph, please?
Enter the telescope. Enter this telescope. A telescope is an instrument that allows the viewer to see faraway objects in space like stars and planets. Telescopes have been used as far back in the 18th to explore the great beyond. The first telescopes used lenses, curved, clear pieces of glass, to focus light from stars into an image your eyes could see, just as a pair of eyeglasses make things clearer and people see further away. A telescope does that larger scale has much larger lens. Nowadays, most telescopes are built with curved mirrors. Mirrors are much lighter and lenses and are more easier to make. A mirror in a telescope will catch dimmest light coming from faraway star or planet and will concentrate it into an image we see.
Thank you, Garrus. So this gave us a lot of a lot of information here. So enter the telescope. Okay, enter this instrument. This is an instrument that allows the viewer to see faraway objects in space, like this, for example, like stars and planets. And they have been used as far back as the 16,000s to explore the great beyond. So telescopes have been used by humans for a really long time. Okay. The first telescopes used lenses, these curved, clear pieces of glass, okay, and this focused the light from stars into an image that you can see. So because it's very far, you need to focus the light, okay. And then here it says, just as a pair of eyeglasses makes things clearer and helps people see further away, a telescope does that on a much larger scale with a much larger lens. So for telescopes, their lenses are more powerful, okay. So because the sky is really far, right? You need more than eyeglasses to see that far. So, yeah, okay. Nowadays, most telescopes are built with curved mirrors, and these mirrors are much lighter than these lenses, and they're easier to make. And a mirror in a telescope will catch even the dimmest light coming from a faraway star. Okay, so now telescopes are built with curved mirrors, and these mirrors are much lighter and more easier to make, which is pretty good, a better option. And they can even catch the dimmest light coming from the farthest star. So this is a little improvement in telescopes. Okay, next paragraph. Jagger, can you continue here, please?
But down here on Earth, we can only see so far, even with our telescopes. There are many nature and man-made elements that interfere with seeing into space, like rain clouds, light, and Earth's Earth's atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Some scientists will go to the top of mountains where these earthly features aren't at present. If only we could get high if above all this interference. Perhaps we could see further.
Thank you, Jager. So this paragraph talks about the cons of telescopes. So even with them, we can only see so far. There's a limited distance to telescopes because there are many natural and man-made elements here on Earth that interferes with us seeing into space. And these could be like rain clouds or like lights from houses or buildings. And also we have the Earth's atmosphere that's kind of blocking our view from space. Okay, so some scientists, because of this, they will go to top on the top of mountains where these features aren't as present. And if only we could get high enough above all this interference or something that interferes with our view, perhaps we could see further. So this is a little problem because we have all these features on Earth that prevent us from seeing as far as we could. Maybe there's perhaps a solution to help us see further. Okay, and here's an image of a telescope. Okay, Henry, can you continue reading this paragraph, please? No. Kairin, is your mic fixed? I hope so. I'm afraid I still can't hear you. I'm not sure if it's your device settings or connection, but I guess I'll ask Nancy. Can you continue reading? Over here.
In the 1920s, scientists began to discuss the possibility of launching a telescope into space. After decades of research, fixing problems, and getting enough money, on April 24, 1990, the Hubble Telescope was put on the rocket and launched into space. Once the rocket got far enough away from Earth, it released the Hubble Telescope and it began to orbit the Earth. To orbit means to circle around an object, like how the moon orbits the Earth. It was a great achievement for astronomy.
Thank you, Nancy. Great reading. So over here, this paragraph is talking about like a solution to that previous problem, how all this interference caused that we couldn't see very far. So in the 1920s, these scientists began to discuss the possibility of launching a telescope into space. Okay, and after decades of research, fixing problems, and getting enough money, on April 24, 1990, this Hubble telescope was put on a rocket and launched into space. And once the rocket got far enough, it released the telescope and began to orbit the Earth. So it began to circle around the Earth, like how the moon orbits. And this was a great achievement for astronomy. And does anyone know what astronomy means? So astronomy means it's a study, okay, like biology. Astronomy is the study of space and the natural elements that are in space, like the study of stars, planets, asteroids, those types of things. Okay, so Jagger, would you like to continue reading? Okay, Garrus, can you continue reading here, please? Garrus, are you here? Okay, there we go.
Every day after lunch, or every day since its launch, the Hubble Telescope the Hubble Telescope alright. The Hubble Telescope has observed our universe as it orbits as it orbits our planet. Alright. More than 1 million.
Over here, Garrus. Scientists.
Alright. More than one scientists around the world. Alright. Alright. Can use the Hubble telescope to take
Photographs.
Alright. Taken by the Hubble have unlocked many secrets of the universe.
Okay, Garrus, I think you missed a bit of information over here. So more than 1
More
million.
than 1 million
okay.
photographs taken by the Hubble have unlocked many secrets of the universe.
There we go. Thank you, Garrus. Okay, so here it says, every day since its launch, the Hubble telescope has observed our universe as it orbits our planet. Scientists around the world can use the Hubble telescope to take photographs. More than 1 million photographs taken by the Hubble have unlocked many secrets of the universe. So because this Hubble telescope is orbiting around our Earth and it's observing out space, right? It also it's taken like more than 1 million photographs, so that's a lot, and this has unlocked many secrets of the universe, because since scientists have been curious about what's in space, right? But the Hubble telescope has helped us observe space without us actually going there, and figure out these secrets. And I'll show you a video later on about how like all the interesting discoveries that Hubble has discovered so far in these 30 years. Okay, so what are these secrets they are finding? One photograph from 1995 showed a part of the sky that looks empty to our eyes, but actually contained more than 3,000 galaxies. A galaxy is a massive collection of gas, dust, billions of stars, and all their planets, all held together with gravity. Gravity is what pulls you down to Earth. Without gravity, we'd all be flying around into space. So exactly how big are these galaxies? According to NASA, the galaxy Earth is in, the Milky Way, is 61,371,192,237,33890 miles across. So big. Okay, so this goes on to explain the different secrets that that they have discovered using this telescope. So one photograph showed that a part of the sky looks empty to our eyes, but actually contained more than 3,000 galaxies. And this is because the Hubble telescope doesn't use just visible light, so not just the light that we can see, but also infrared and ultraviolet light, okay, that exists out in space, and it also uses those two wavelengths, or like much longer wavelengths and much shorter wavelengths, to see that light. And then it gives the definition of a galaxy, which is a massive collection of gas, dust, billions of stars and their planets. Okay, and also it gives the definition of gravity, which is what pulls you down to Earth. It's the force that pulls you down. Okay, and without gravity, we'd all be flying around, right? And it also explains that galaxies are really, really big. Like the Milky Way, the galaxy that we are in, or the Earth is in, is this many miles across. I'm not going to say that number again, but it's very big. Okay. Okay. Nancy, would you like to continue reading here, please?
Galaxies come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Our Milky Way is shaped like a massive flat spiral. Just imagine how it would look if somebody spilled milk in the sky. That's how it got its name. Our solar systems exist in the Milky Way galaxy, and the Sun is one of its many bright stars. Although the Sun feels huge to humans, it's actually one of the smaller stars in our galaxy.
Thank you, Nancy. So this explains that galaxies can come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. For example, our galaxy, the Milky Way, is shaped like a massive flat spiral. So just like how if somebody spilled milk in the sky, that's how it got its name. And our solar system exists in this Milky Way galaxy, and the sun is one of its many bright stars. Now, although the sun feels really really great to humans, it seems really big, right? But it's actually one of the smallest stars in our galaxy, which just explains how big the other stars are and how big a galaxy really is. Okay, and this last paragraph, Jagger, can you finish it off, please?
In one of the most inconspicuous chapters called The Pillars of Creation, we see colorful gases, blobs from which new stars are being born, something we'd never be able to see with just our naked eye. Thanks to the creation and advancement of telescopes, we can capture such wonders of films to study, share, and admire. With so many new advances in technology, who knows what we'll discover in the years to come.
Okay, thank you, Jagger. So over here is the pillars of creation. Here's an image. So these are colorful gaseous blobs and where new stars are being formed. Okay, and this is actually something we'd never be able to see with our naked eye. So just our eyes looking there, it'd probably just be all black. But with the Hubble Telescope, it can show us this image. So thanks to this creation and advancements of telescopes, we can capture such wonders on film to study, share, and admire. So we can capture them like on image to admire them and share them and study them. Okay, and so with so many new advances in technology, who knows what we'll discover in the years to come. So basically going on concluding on a high note, with the advances in technology, the possibilities are endless. Right, so here's another image. This is another image taken by the Hubble Telescope. Here's another one. This is another galaxy that it's taken. Yeah, I think it's very beautiful. All these stars around it. Yeah. Okay, and there's the end of the article. So something else I want to show you is this website here. It's from NASA, and it's called "What Did Hubble See on Your Birthday?" So here it says, since Hubble explores the universe 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that means it has observed some fascinating cosmic wonder every day of the year, including on your birthday. Okay, so I've actually played around with this for a bit, and I think it's pretty cool. So, since one of the coolest images I've seen is on December 17 in 2010, and this gives you this is a caption that gives a bit more information. Okay, so for this image, it's called Interacting Galaxies ARC-273. And here it says, ARC-273 is a pair of interacting galaxies that form a shape resembling a rose. The larger of the spiral galaxies, known as UGC 1810, has a disk that is distorted by the gravitational pull of the galaxy below it, known as UGC 1813. Okay, and if I go to this full image, you can see it looks like a rose, and this galaxy over here, because of its gravitational pull, it's kind of distorting this one. Okay, and I think this is a really cool image. Okay, and I can put this link in the chat, and you can play around with it. Some other images I've seen, like today's December 19th, so you can take a look at that. Okay, this is December 19 in 1995, the Hubble Deep Field. Okay, and since this is a little older, the quality might not be as good, but still very cool. Okay. Alright, so there's that. Let's go on to some vocabulary. Okay, who would like to read these out loud? Okay, Garrus, can you read this out loud, please?
Potential. Possibility or promise. You have the potential to reach the top of your profession.
Okay, thank you, Gareth. So potential is also another word for possibility or promise. So something that may happen. So the example sentence, you have the potential or the possibility to reach the top of your profession, so based on your skills. Okay, okay, next word. Jagger, can you read these out loud, please?
Telescope. A cylinder-shaped device to make objects look closer and larger. With a good telescope, you can see craters on the moon.
Thank you, Jagger. So a telescope is a cylinder-shaped device to make objects look closer and larger. So with a good telescope, you can see craters on the moon, or you can see those little bumps on the moon. Okay, okay, next word. Henry, can you read these out loud, please? No? Kyron, does your mic work now? Okay, Garrus, you again. Can you read this definition?
Interfere. Something that someone spoils the situation or prevents its progress.
Okay, and this one, please.
Even little noise interferes with my concentration.
Thank you, Garrus. So interfere is something or someone that spoils a situation or prevents its progress. So even a little noise interferes with my concentration. So it spoils, or like it kind of interferes with my concentration. It prevents me from concentrating. Okay, interfere. Okay, next word. Astronomy, the scientific study of the universe and of objects that exist naturally in space. Okay, for example, my brother is interested in astronomy, so he bought a small telescope. Okay, and last word. Jagger, can you read this out loud, please? Iconic.
Okay. In course, widely known and recognized. Okay. And this is
Leonardo da Vinci.
Oduvance is known for his iconic painting and scientific drawings.
Okay. So iconic, widely known and recognized. For example, Leonardo da Vinci is known for his iconic paintings and scientific drawings. So he is very well known and recognized for his iconic paintings and his scientific drawings. So they're very famous or popular. Okay. Okay, so, oops. I hope you didn't see that. Okay, so for this next one, let's connect the vocabulary words to their corresponding synonyms. So what would the synonym be for potential? What is the synonym for potential?
Possibility.
Good job, Nancy. That would be possibility. How about telescope? What would be a similar word for telescope?
Binocular.
Binocular. It's like they both use lenses, right? How about interfere? Garrus, what would be the synonym for interfere?
Interrupt.
Very good. Interfere is like interrupt. How about astronomy? What is astronomy? Jagger? What do you think? What is the synonym for astronomy?
Study of space.
Very well. Astronomy is the study of space. And last one, iconic. Again, if your mic doesn't work, you can try typing in the chat. Okay. what is the synonym for iconic?
Famous.
Okay, Jagger, do you know?
Famous.
Iconic is famous. Okay, very well known. Okay, and since today is the last class of the year, I'm going to have y'all draw on my screen because y'all love to draw on my screen so much. So for this activity, for the volunteer, I'm going to send you a private message of the word, okay? And you're going to try to draw a representation of the word, okay? So who would like to start? And then everybody else is going to try to guess what the word is. So who would like to volunteer? Okay, Garrus. I am going to send you a private message. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Try to draw that word. Okay. Nancy guessed telescope. Any other guesses? Okay, Garrus, are you done? Not yet. Okay, interesting. I suppose now you're done, right?
Yep, now I'm done.
Okay, alright. Thank you, Garrus, for drawing that beautiful picture. Okay, Jagger, what do you think this word is, based on this representation? No? Okay, well, if you guessed telescope, then you are correct. That is the word that I gave. Okay, would anyone else like to volunteer? No? Nancy, would you like to try?
Okay.
Okay, here is the word. There you go. And if you don't know the definition, I can give it to you. Okay, Nancy is done. Okay, Garrus, can you try to guess what word this image represents? So we've rated telescope. Based on this word list, what do you think this represents? No guesses? Henry, what do you think? No? Kyran, Jagger, anybody? Do you guys need any hints or something? No? Okay. this word is actually orbit. Okay, like orbit means to go. It's like the path, the curved path that goes around like a planet or star, like how the moon orbits around Earth, right? Okay. Okay. Why don't I draw a picture and you guys try to guess? So. Okay, this next one is. And I'm pretty sure that is done. Okay, Nancy immediately guessed galaxy. Garrus, what do you think?
It appears to be galaxy.
And both of you are correct. This is a galaxy. Okay, now, okay, let me just clear this. How about this one? Okay, drawing it with the mouse is kind of hard. Okay, what would this be, Garrus?
Gaze?
Yes, it is gaze, and like Nancy guessed, you both are correct. Wonderful. And this, how about this last one? That is supposed to be sunglasses, or, oh well, okay. My beautiful drawing skills here. Okay, yeah, what would this be? Okay, Nancy's guess is iconic. Garrus?
No, he had the point. It is iconic.
Yes, it is iconic, very famous. Okay, looks like that is all, I suppose. Okay, yeah. Alright, so let me just stop this music. So for this, as I mentioned earlier, this is a video that showcases or highlights some really cool kind of achievements or new discoveries that the Hubble Telescope has seen so far within these 30 years. Okay, so let's take a look, and I think it's pretty interesting.
Hmm. Maybe it was very interesting and unknown.
I want to know where is the UFO came from, and is there really aliens around?
Hmm. Hmm. Uh. Oh. What's in space? Could there be could there be some sort of other living beings outside of space? Hmm. It helps us see the see into space. Not so not just like seeing the sky and the moon and the sun.
The most amazing invention I can think of is the internet. So right now we can stay at home and know about what's happening on the world in the world every day.
Rockets. Like rockets. Because they said they're able to transport people into space. Then the people just like see what's so in there, and then like and then they can basically, and then the people can actually go ahead and and then go back to Earth to tell everybody about what they found. Sorry, but I kind of have another class after this, and I kind of start very soon, so I kind of have to leave right now. Bye.